Hello, I've had a few messages from people on the MOOG Forum website about the Sub 37 here. And apparently some people who have got the earlier models are having problems with the filter cutoff knob. Now, somebody who watched my video noticed that my filter cutoff had a metal shaft. Now, when he checked his has got a black plastic shaft on it. This is an 0615 model. And you know, they're assuming that MOOG is aware of this problem now and have started putting metal shaft potentiometers in there instead of better quality. Because after all, this is the button that's going to get a lot more sort of abuse over time. Now, the other question was, if I could have a look on the circuit board here inside mine, so I've got to take it apart again, and see if there's evidence on the board that there may have been a surface mount potentiometer. See, all these other ones are surface mount potentiometers, and this one goes through the board and sits on the back, as I'll show you in a moment when I've taken it apart. So I'm going to have a look at that, and I'm going to sort of see if there is evidence that the board has been drilled and you know, the wires have been passed through to the other side of the board, as a sort of a fix. Or maybe the earlier ones also had the large potentiometer on the back but just had a plastic shaft. If it's a circuit board mount potentiometer like the small ones, it'll look something like this. It'll be a tiny potentiometer and that sits on the board and it's connected on this side. But this one has the metal shaft potentiometer, which is a bit better quality, and you can give it a lot more abuse before it breaks. So I'll just bring the camera in a bit closer. This is the larger pot that people were asking me about, and whether MOOG had a small surface mount pot instead. Now I can see already, if I spin this around and get the camera in, you'll see straight away I don't even have to take this to pieces to show you that this board is made for a potentiometer that sits on the back, or if this is a respun board. So as you can see here, there's wires going through the board, and that board was designed for this potentiometer. Now on the MOOG forums there is a guy on there called TOOM who has put a picture of his circuit board on there, and he's got an earlier model to this, and it clearly shows that his has the surface mount pot for the filter cutoff. Now the only problem there is the surface mount pot, the pitch is much closer together, the pins, the distance between the pins is much closer together than it is on these big metal pots. So MOOG has respun the board. I mean, that must have been an expensive thing to do, but obviously needed doing. Now whether you will be able to drill a hole through the board and fix a larger metal pot on there and then, you know, connect the wires back through to the other side, because the connections are on this side of the circuit board, not that side. I don't know, because the problem with these circuit boards is some of them are multi-layered. You know, there's more than one layer, 2, 4 layers maybe, and sometimes you get tracks that run around between, sandwiched within the board. Now if you drill through the board to put on a larger metal pot here, you could risk drilling through a track that's on there. If they've respun the board here, they would have moved those tracks around to accommodate an area so that they can safely drill a hole through for these. So in the future, if somebody has to do this and put these metal pots on, I really have no advice. I couldn't say whether it would be safe to drill a hole through there, because there could be you could be drilling through another track. However, I mean, you can get some of these surface mount pots of better quality. This one, for instance, has a steel shaft on it, but the shaft is too small. It's too small to put this knob on there. But yes, you can get steel shafted surface mount ports. Maybe that would be the answer. Who knows? So sorry, this is just a short video, just looking into the different revisions of the Sub 37, and I hope maybe that answers a few questions. If yours is still under warranty and you have any problems, you know, get it in and get it changed now, because when you run out of warranty, I'm afraid you might be a little bit stuck. But I hope that's been some use to you, and thank you very much for watching. All the best.